Hello and welcome to Thought for February the 19th. Our readings are Exodus chapter 30, Psalm 87 and 88, and Mark chapters 15 and 16. And our thought is, that we may see and believe. What causes belief? Real conviction? Well, it depends what you want to believe, what you need to believe. If someone calls fire, you lose no time in acting to verify the cry is genuine and seeing what you can possibly do in helping to put it out. Our thoughts were triggered along these lines as we read today in Mark chapter 15 that the chief priests and scribes mocked him to one another, saying, "He saved others, he cannot save himself. Let the Christ, the King of Israel, come down now from the cross, that we may see and believe." These men had witnessed or had had first-hand testimony of his remarkable miracles. When he raised Lazarus, they had made plans to put Lazarus to death as well, because on account of him many of the Jews were believing in Jesus. John 12 verses 10 and 11. Their minds were locked into a certain way of thinking. Like a racehorse, they had blinkers on their eyes. And isn't it the same today? Especially as more and more marvellous miracles of nature are discovered. They still say all that exists is a result of pure chance, given enough endless time. Verse 39 tells us that the centurion who stood facing him, witnessing the incredible events at his death, and saw that in this way he breathed his last, he said, "Truly, this man was the Son of God." Recall how several Roman centurions had contact with Jesus and his miracles with significant impact on them. Compare Matthew chapter 8 verses 5 to 11. Now, Roman history shows that there were so many Christians in Rome by AD 64 that Nero put hundreds to death. See the historian Tacitus. Astonishing, but may not returning centurions and soldiers be a factor in this? The disciples, apart from John 19 verses 26 to 27, had disappeared, their uncertain faith shattered. But Mark records that there were also other women looking on from a distance, and names 3. And there were also many other women who came up with him to Jerusalem, we read in verses 40 and 41. In Mark 16 we read of 3 who came to the tomb very early on the first day of the week, verse 2, to anoint his body. Those who sought to do something for Jesus were the first to believe. And us? Do we really believe? Jesus told his disciples just before he ascended to proclaim the gospel to the whole creation. Whoever believes and is baptized will be saved. Verses 15 and 16. Whoever believes. What is the quality, the absolute conviction that amounts to genuine belief? Each individual must discover that for themselves. Their lives thereafter will be different. And when they sing, "Take my life and let it be, ever only all for thee," they will mean it. Well, thank you once again for joining us for Thought for the Day, where together we can open up the pages of God's Word, knowing that Word to be a lamp to our feet and a light to our path.